All right, folks. I know that I'm probably the only hockey fan here in Fresno. I'm a huge fan of the San Jose Sharks, and I know that one reason why a lot of people aren't really interested in hockey is because it's hard to understand. And I beg to differ, and so I'm going to teach you guys today about the icing rule, which I know is a big one. Most people do not understand what the heck it is when the puck goes all the way down the ice and they blow the whistle. And so I'm going to explain that to you guys. I'm going to use my handy dandy iPad here, and I have an illustration on there, and we'll go from there. All right. So there are several lines on the ice sheet. There's a middle line, as you guys can see here. The middle red line here, right there. That marks the halfway point of the ice sheet, and there are certain rules about that as well. And these two blue lines here are the D line, or the defense line, right? So you actually the ice is split into three zones. So you have if my team's over here, this is our defensive zone, the neutral zone, and the offensive zone. So the icing rule, these red lines back here, this is the goal here on each side, as you guys can see. The red lines, which are behind them, this is where the icing rule takes place. And they actually changed it this last year. It used to be players can chase after the puck and they would end up crashing into the boards and getting injured over here or over here. And so they changed the rule slightly. So they added these little face-off circles here, these dots. Now, let me just explain the rule first, so before I get too much into detail. Okay, so let me get this in the pen here. So this little black thing here I'm moving around is the puck, right? And if my team is over here and I have the puck, and we're defending and we're trying to get the puck away, and I'm in this zone, or I'm right here without crossing this red line. If I'm on this side of this red line, my half of the ice, and I decide to shoot this puck as far and hard as I can all the other side here, and the other team gets there and touches that puck first, then the icing rule is applied, which means that team now gets to come take the puck and go all the way back into my zone and face off, which is bad for my team, obviously, because I just threw the puck down, and then they get rewarded and get to come back into my zone over here. Okay, well, and you wonder, how does this affect the game? Well, if my team ices the puck by throwing it all the way down and not getting there first, my team cannot make a line change. So the players who were just on the ice for a little while, for maybe 45 seconds, which is a long time for a hockey shift, then we have to stay on the ice and take the face-off immediately, while the other team can change their players and come out and face off. So it's a very important thing. It's all about puck possession. You do not want to throw the puck down the ice and get an icing, because you want your guys to have plenty of rest and be able to switch out when they need to. So when I talked about the rule change a little bit, it used to be the two players could chase the puck all the way down when it gets shot down to the other end. So if I shoot it down to this side here, my player, if he were to get to that puck first and touch it before the other team does, there was no icing. But this led to a lot of injuries, broken legs and broken backs and concussions, all sorts of terrible things. So they changed it slightly. Like I said earlier, those two face-off dots there, those now become the line, the invisible line that the referee makes the judgment on. So if my teammate's getting down there and he's in front of the other team, and he's in front of that person and doesn't have to touch the puck, but he's just about to, the referee can use his discretion and say, oh, well, I'm not going to blow the whistle and call icing because that player is going to touch it first. Also, if the defending team looks like they're going to touch it first and my teammate is behind them, or doesn't look like they're going to get to it first, they'll blow the whistle. That way they don't go crashing into the boards and have an injury. So it takes away, it adds an extra 10, 15 feet so they don't crash into the boards and get any injuries. So anyway, that's a pretty wordy explanation of the icing rule, but it's a very important rule, and it happens very often in the game. And I hope I was able to at least shed some light onto that subject. All right, folks, next time.